Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, this is very, very serious. All American citizens need to flee Ukraine immediately. The State Department now says that all American citizens in Ukraine need to leave within the next 24 to 48 hours. Urgently. The entire U.S. Embassy is being evacuated ASAP. President of the United States, Joe Biden, will be on the phone today with President Vladimir Putin of Russia. President Vladimir Putin has been on the phone today with President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Conversations. Everybody's getting their ducks in a row. I have inside information of, let's see. I have inside information of someone I know very closely who's in Ukraine and is moving to as far to the western side of Ukraine as possible to make sure that they're out of harm's way for what's about to happen in eastern Ukraine, because it's imminent. Matter of fact, all of these different countries, New Zealand pulling all their citizens out, the UK is pulling all their citizens out. Every nation in NATO that has citizens in Ukraine have been told to leave now. So, okay, so the Olympics ends on the 20th of February, and that's also the last day of the 10-day exercise, military exercise going on right now in Belarus on the border near Ukraine. It's exactly the last day. So the very next day could be D-Day, if you will, for Ukraine. It looks as if Putin is going to go in. It looks like he's going to go in. He's going to go ahead and take Ukraine, because that pipeline is just too vital for Russia's future existence, to be quite honest with you, financially. They need full control of the pipeline. They need all the revenue from the oil coming out of Russia flowing into Europe. All of the revenue needs to go into the Russian treasury. In their mind, if they don't, in the next 20 years, they will get weaker and weaker financially, and they can't afford it. The way things are set up now, Russia gets so much for the oil. Ukraine government gets so much to let the pipeline flow through eastern Ukraine. And then the European nations purchase it from the Russians. And the Russians can't afford that. Now, the other problem is this. Russia can't afford to sit back and let Ukraine become part of NATO. And then now Europe will have a whole lot stronger position. They'll be controlling the pipeline. And then the price will the royalties even get divvied up more, because NATO will want some of the revenue. The Ukraine government has to get some of the revenue. The prices have to be adjusted so that it makes sense for the European nations. And of course, Russia keeps getting squeezed. So this is truly, guys, all about the oil. And so Putin's about to move in because he has to, in his mind, he has to. He also, in his mind, believes that Ukraine belongs to him. That's why he went to the Olympics, to see President Xi of China, to explain that, look, these people used to be our people. Many Russian-speaking people in Ukraine live there. It is our oil. That's our pipeline. They were part of our country. We really need it back. So this is where we're at, guys. It's going to happen, okay? So what we need to do now is pray for the Ukrainian people who are going to be caught in harm's way. If it's going to happen, I think let's pray that it's a very...
Here's what I found.
Well, I don't need you to tell me over here. I didn't even ask you. I don't know how to say this. Pray that it's the least intrusive as possible, the least amount of loss of life as possible, and that cooler heads prevail, and that somehow that part of the world can learn how to work this out. It's a very difficult period. Now, from a Bible prophecy standpoint, it's right on point. It's exactly what's going to happen based on prophecy as the army from the north continues to then strengthen itself, and that Russia will then have a better position. I don't blame the Russian people at all. And I don't blame the Ukrainian people at all. This is a victim of circumstance, really. And I understand Russia's position, that they have to figure out a way to secure their finances, secure their overall economy. And I think Putin doesn't want to do this. He wanted the Ukrainians to come to the table and work it out with him. He wanted the NATO to agree to let him to make this work with them. Everybody work together. But ultimately, Putin has no choice in his mind, but just if he can't get it no other way, he just have to take it. So that's where we're at. And he also got the blessing from China on this. So pray, guys. What I'm basically saying is pray. Let me put a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Yeah, you don't know. The price of oil is spiking this morning, by the way. So you're going to see that hit the pumps here in America over this Ukrainian situation. So I don't know where your 401k, I don't know what's going to happen to the stock market during this period of time. But if you need to diversify, this would be the time to do it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Noble Gold Investment can help you. Monday morning, pick up the phone and call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them that Pastor Begley sent you over there. That's noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. So yeah, crude oil is spiking this morning, and that will become a global thing. That means soon at the pump here in America, you'll see a jump of 30, 40, maybe 50 cents on the gallon across the board here in America soon, especially if you see the tanks start rolling into Ukraine on the 21st of February. It's we have even the Pentagon this morning said that they had inside information that Russia was going to go ahead and move in on Wednesday, and that's why Biden is on the phone today with an emergency phone call to Vladimir Putin, probably trying to buy as much time as he can so that enough America, so that he can get his embassy personnel and families all out of there, for one, and two, so that the Americans who are living in Ukraine or the Americans that are in Ukraine can get out of Ukraine. But 24 to 48 hours, guys, that's not enough time. So I'm thinking we're going to see another debacle. And that debacle is this. There's going to be thousands of Americans in Ukraine stuck. Just like we just saw in Afghanistan. And just like we saw in Afghanistan, ain't nobody coming to get them out. President Biden's already proven that to you. He will leave you there. He left the Americans in Afghanistan. He will leave you in Ukraine. It's going to be another debacle. Now, the only hope we have here is that the Russians will be a lot more and I believe they will, a lot more cooperative, and trying, when the American people do try to flee, they will be a lot more understanding, and they are not going to be as ruthless as the Taliban. I mean, that's not the mentality of the Russian soldiers or the Russian people. And I want to be sure everyone knows that. But still, you don't ever want to be caught in a war zone, because when that happens, look, guys, anything and everything is in the way. If you get in the way, it's not good. If because you become, collateral damage is what happens. So a lot of prayers, that I'm just begging for prayers right now. I can't say a whole lot. As you guys know, last Thursday night's broadcast on Mike Around the World, as we started to dig into this, the censorship started pretty heavy. So this is the point. Pray, and Americans, get out of there and pray for the people that are caught in the crosshairs of this whole thing. Pray for the Ukrainian people. Pray for the Russian people, because again, the Russian people are good people, and they should not be. There should not be a full reflection here. But pray for everyone involved here. It's a difficult time. It's a difficult time. I'm going to say it this way. If you're an American citizen or a citizen of the West and you're in Ukraine right now, you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be left behind, okay? Because I don't think anybody's coming to get you, unless it's the Christians, the church. We're the ones that we're the ones that have to rescue all the people out of Afghanistan. So, all right, I'll be back, guys, with more information. We're praying. Let's get as many people saved as we can. We are living in the last days. We truly are.